Be sure to check out my VeVe and Omi investors group in the description down below. Together we build generational wealth and go over everything you need to be profitable in the VeVe markets. Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another VeVe and Ecomi video, and this one is actually going to be a very, very important video. So if you're newer to investing, basically there's going to be competition for your investment, and one of the biggest pieces of competition or people out here or companies out here that people compare to VeVe is Recur. They've actually announced their utility, their Recur Pass utility, and basically how Recur is going to work. So I think that this is going to be interesting to check out and essentially see what's going on. It's actually been gone over by a YouTube creator. Shout out to the homie, oh, not a YouTube creator, but a VeVe creator. Shout out to the homie Chris for covering this. But I'm definitely interested in seeing if Recur, what Recur is looking like, what's their ideas, what's their plans for things, because this is what is going to be challenging VeVe potentially in the future. So definitely it's wise to stay educated on the things going on in the space. So yeah, hopefully no one out here is like just anti-Recur, like not focusing on what they're doing and things like that, because then if something impacts your investment, you won't know what it is, why it's impacting your investment, and where to go from there. So make sure you stay educated. Make sure you actually care and listen to what the competition is doing, because that impacts your pockets. So yeah, be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications so you stay updated. And yeah, let's jump into it and see what's up.
Guys, it's Chris here. I make new NFT and crypto videos every single week, so if you like that type of thing, consider subscribing to the channel and liking this video for the YouTube algorithms. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers, and that's absolutely phenomenal, so thank you so much for those who have subscribed already. So a couple of months ago, I alerted everyone that watches my YouTube videos about this upcoming project called Recur. Recur had some large IPs that were announced, and we didn't know a whole lot about it. So at the time, you could have bought a Recur pass for around 300 USD. After that, you kind of waited to get your pass, and then after reveal, we kind of got an idea on rarities. But still, until recently, we didn't really know what Recur passes did. Fortunately, what we did know is that our Recur passes went from a 300 floor all the way up to an 800 floor, stayed around 700 for a while, and right now they're pretty low at like a 480 floor, which is still considerably up from where you first bought the pass. But all that to the side, let's look in today to what the Recur pass actually does and how it's going to be involved in the NFT space. So as you see all over Recur's Twitter, they actually partnered up with NFTU, and we click over here, we see that NFTU is the official destination for authentic collegiate sports NFTs powered by Recur forever. So I'm making this video on March 7th on a Monday. Next week on this exact day, so next Monday, March 14th, we'll actually get a kind of a pre-sale for Recur pass holders. And I click over here and go to the market where you see these passes, and I'll kind of get more into these in a bit. This is going to be the more rare pass, and you can see the date down here. So early access.
So with a rare pass, you get early access and then a public sale. What does public sale mean? So a rare pass gets you early access. Does that mean that essentially you get early access and you get access to 3,833 of those cases, and then the public sale is just for anybody who wants to buy one of those, even if you don't have a pass? Or do they only drop things for people with passes? So there's only ever going to be 70,000 people at a time who gets these things? Or are there going to be millions of people? I'm like, it's kind of confusing how it works.
Access, meaning access for holders, is going to be on March 14th at 10 a.m. Central or CDT, and then they're going to have a public sale. Here's where things get a little bumpy for me. I just don't.
It's public just for I guess that's what my question is. It's public for everyone. So you got rare pass holders, specifically rare pass holders get this early access. And then is it just all the other holders get it for the public sale? So anybody with a pass can get it? Or is it anybody period can get it? Like if I just want to go in and just grab one, I can go for it type thing. That's what I'm curious about. Because that would prevent mass adoption. Like if you had to have a pass to buy anything, that would prevent mass adoption for something like this.
I don't quite understand what's going on here, but I know there's always things going on behind the scenes that we don't always know. But there is only 3,833 of these available, and to my understanding, you can mint unlimited amounts. At least that was what I was reading in the Discord. That didn't seem to have any disapproval from any of the moderators, so please correct me down below in the comments if I'm wrong on that. And if you look at the amount of passes, there is 70,435 Recur passes. So not saying that every one of those people are going to be going for this drop, but the chances of actually being able to get this with 70,000 people on pre-sale with only under 4,000 items being released is extremely low, especially if there's not a limit on how much you can mint. So hopefully the team reconsiders that, or hopefully there's something extra behind the scenes that I'm just not seeing, because this is a little bit distasteful as me as an investor who bought the Recur Pass. With that being said, I'm not trying to spread FUD because I am really excited about this project overall. I do want to look at how these NFTU pieces, how they interact, what they look like, what they do, all that. And I'll look at that with you in just a minute. I will say,
let me know how you all feel about this in the comment section. How do you feel like that this process so far, from what we understand, pairs up against what we have going on at VeVe? Do you like their system better? Do you think that VeVe's better? Are any flaws, drawbacks you feel? Is there something that VeVe could do better in your opinion, based on what they're doing? Because it seems like this company just looked at VeVe, like as you can see, they have rarities and things like that. It looks like they just looked at VeVe, kind of took what VeVe does well. I heard they got MTL. They took what VeVe does well, and then what people were complaining about with VeVe, they tried to tackle that. So yeah.
Say that overall NFTU isn't my space. I'm not big on college sports, so I'm actually kind of waiting for their other brands to unfold. Like if you take a look at their roadmap, they have some amazing IP like Hello Kitty, which is way up there, Rugrats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a bunch of really cool stuff. They did have NFTU on here, so they are already unfolding their roadmap. They do already have MTL to where you can take your money out off the app and into your fiat, and you'll be able to buy these passes with credit card, debit card, crypto, whatever crypto that they support, etc., etc. I do want to look at this video. That's just a quick preview on how these cards are going to look.
So these are cards. Okay, cards. Interesting. It's different from VeVe. If they're gonna, if Recur is gonna do the whole card theme, isn't this the same as Top Shot though? Like, but whatever. This is interesting. Yeah, this is kind of, I mean, that's kind of dope. So if you look at it from this perspective, I kind of see the value in something like this, because if you think about it, usually people just collect basketball cards. I had basketball cards when I was younger. They were passed down from somebody. I don't know where I got all my cards from, actually, because I don't have a father or nothing. Well, I have a father, obviously, but I mean, he was never there. So I'm trying to think, who did I get all my cards from? Because I had a ton of cards. I forgot where they came from. I just remember having them. So essentially, you have a card, a regular card like you would collect back in the day, but now you have a video attached. Like, so you have a moment on this card, and now you have a video attached to that moment. So it's interesting. It's definitely an interesting thing that they got going on over here. It's definitely different from VeVe as well. And it's not something that I feel like you could actually base an entire metaverse around. You could have like it can be in a metaverse, and honestly, something like this being brought into the VeVe-verse would actually be pretty cool. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of difference here. I don't even consider, if cards is their focus, I wouldn't even consider this in the same lane as VeVe, to be honest. I would not consider this a competitor at all. It's just a good company with some nice brands. Like, I can imagine these being set up in a VeVe showroom where you go, you interact with a card, and then you can start seeing the moment and things like that. I can see that in a showroom in a VeVe-verse or something.
So that's pretty sweet. So it looks like basically these cards are going to operate, or these packages, to where you can have them. You can get the individual player profiles. Let me kind of slow that down real quick. So this one's actually a dunk that happened, I guess, on January 5th of 2019, if I'm reading that correctly. I'm probably not, but that's my first interpretation of it. And you can just kind of watch the dunk unfold, and you see that moment, then it goes out of it. So I'm assuming that these are how like the individual NFTs are going to look. Pretty cool. And then if we flip back to the site, you can see that this is how it's going to look. So NFTU in itself kind of has a roadmap. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it. If you want to look at this, you got to go to guide.nftu.com. But it's a game day every day, how to play NFTU in 6 steps. Basically, it just talks about joining. So if you're a Recur Pass holder, you pretty much already joined. But if not, you can sign up. You get the cases, and it kind of talks about like the rarities and how to get them. The rarities are going to be common, premium, rare, and ultra rare. And that's kind of like what we looked at earlier. We got the premium case and the common case. If you click on that, it shows you that this is going to have 1 premium NFT and 4 common NFTs. And then there's a leveling up through challenges. This is kind of like a gamification aspect. So I'll just go ahead and read a section of this. This keeps things competitive and limits the amount of rewards that can be won by players. Challenges released will feature premium, rare, and ultra rare rewards. To complete the challenge, you'll need to exchange NFTs plus necessary challenge tickets. Once these items are traded, you cannot get them back, but the rewards are worth it. Exactly what the rewards are, I'm actually not sure. This is still, again, kind of newish to me. But
so it's interesting that they have the gamification planned out and stuff already. It seems like they really the areas that VeVe struggled or didn't target right away, and the areas that VeVe can't target right away because of how quickly they grew and had to focus on making the app big enough for everybody to fit in without lagging and stuff like that. Like because of scaling issues and stuff like that with VeVe. It took them a little bit longer to do some of the stuff that I'm pretty sure VeVe planned it would take to do this stuff. I think it took them longer. Now Recur is capitalizing on the fact that they're so small and they're delivering a lot of the stuff that VeVe does not have yet. So I think that this is interesting. It's interesting. I like the gamification aspect. I like the direction that they're taking. Based on this so far, it doesn't look like it's a VeVe competitor. It looks like it's it looks like it's an interesting. It's a different thing, but
if you scroll down again, it looks like that you can like collect these tickets. These are unique NFTs designed to be exchanged. They are obtained as a reward for completing a challenge. It can be used and paired with limelights and flashbacks to complete new challenges or singularly listed into the marketplace. So I guess you can actually earn these tickets and cash them in via marketplace, or you can use them to complete more challenges. And lastly, it just kind of highlights that is that they have their own marketplace. It's a place you can explore, buy and sell your NFTU limelights, flashbacks, and tickets, search for winning combinations and complete challenges, or perfect for your NFTU lineup for the ultimate bragging rights. All right, that was kind of a mouthful, so let me give my overall thesis on how I feel about everything so far. I think the fact that Recur allows us to pretty much be on a pre-sale for any kind of partnership or drop that they have in the future by holding these passes is something that's pretty hard to put a value on.
It sounds to me like VeVe staking. To be fair, it sounds like it's similar to VeVe staking. Obviously, it's going to cost a hell of a lot more than the $300 pass. But I would say that VeVe's route is a little bit better because you do get these. It's a certain amount that's going to go to the drops when you're staking and stuff like that. It's like I think VeVe does it a little bit better in my opinion. And it's definitely not. It's less affordable, but I mean, I think that VeVe has I don't know. Like, let me know how you all feel. Like, how do you all feel the comparison to how Recur is going about things and how VeVe? I definitely want to hear some thoughts on that. Do you like it? Yeah, let me know your thoughts.
If you're involved with the rest of the NFT space, you know how hard it is to get on whitelist, which is basically allows you to mint things early. So the fact that Recur could potentially use these to be able to be put on those whitelists for all these big IPs in the future is kind of mind-blowing. So overall, this makes me more bullish on Recur in general. I will say again, the amount of mints that they're offering, especially if they're not putting a cap on it, is a little disheartening and I don't really like it. Also, I'm just not a big fan of NFTU. I'm sure this is really cool to a bunch of collectors out there that love college sports. I'm not one of them. I might still go for a box just to flip it or just to kind of be involved and see how the process goes. Heck, I might even make a video on it. Personally, it's not my thing. It's not my thing to keep and hold for long term, and it's not my thing really to even do a midterm play. Again, I'll let you know before next Monday if I'm going to jump in on that play or not. Overall, though, I am pretty excited about Recur, where it is now and where it's going. They've really delivered on a lot of things that they talked about in a pretty short amount of time, and we're already getting our first drop next.
I mean, delivered? I don't know. We're going to have to see how the gamification works. We have to see if this stuff is actually functional. I want to see how they handle flaws and errors and bugs that pop up, if they even pop up, because their development team just might be superb and might be out here doing it right. They might do something amazing. So I want to see how they handle the first signs of things not going right. I know this is going to be a new hype that goes around the VeVe community as Recur comes out and starts to kill it, because with what they have right now, they're probably going to kill it. But I think that that's how VeVe started as well, before it started growing like crazy, and then the lag came in, and then things went up for a while, things was going down. There's been some struggles and stuff like that. So let's see how things hold up once they start releasing, once more people are on here active, and once the struggles come. That's why I want to see how they handle
next week, which is pretty cool. So I'm excited to have a pass and to continue to participate in drops. And I'm excited to see their future partnerships and how they're going to look. Let me know your thoughts about Recur down below in the comments, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.
Later, homie. So yeah, this was a great video, Chris, man. Great job, amazing job. Let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Let me know how you all feel about this one. I think that this was pretty interesting. Like, I'm not a Recur hater or anything like that. I just feel VeVe is obviously better because, yeah, I mean, and it's not just because it's my investment. I'm invested because I believe VeVe is better. If I thought Recur was going to be dope, I would have invested in Recur as well. But I think that VeVe is so superior to anything that I've seen thus far. Even with Recur, I think Recur is going to do well. I think Recur is going to do good. I still just think VeVe is a better investment for me personally. But let me know your thoughts. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, turn notifications. And yeah, I'm going to catch you all in the next one. Peace out, y'all.